What's up, Bears fans? Usayd Koshul here, and the Bears go ahead and lose to the Seahawks by a score of 6-3. Probably one of the more deceptive sort of final scores that we've seen over the last few weeks here, especially in a season that is basically an endless free fall at this point. What is so interesting to me about the way that the Bears lost this game is simple, is that Seattle Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald is a clear stud. He had a plan for anything and everything that the Bears were going to end up doing. You know, we know that Mike Macdonald, being a defensive-minded head coach, kind of was going to take advantage of an incredibly weak and, quite frankly, porous Bears offensive line. What was so interesting to me throughout this game was the fact that every single time the Bears would kind of go with a spread out formation, the Bears would kind of go empty. Mike Macdonald would basically say, "Oh, cool, you're only going to have 5 guys to protect your quarterback. Well, we're going to go ahead, we're going to blitz, we're going to send someone off the edge. We're going to go ahead, we're going to send the house if needed, just to keep Caleb Williams off his ability to basically be a good quarterback." And then I also think that you go ahead and you kind of look at the Bears' own game plan. Like, a lot of the play calls in this game, I did not agree with at all. Didn't necessarily see any point in being backed up into your own end zone and having a screenplay dialed up to DJ Moore, because yes, the easy completion gave the Bears some breathing room in the first half, but ultimately it just was not enough to go ahead and get the job done for the Bears. You kind of look at a lot of the opportunities that the Bears offense had in this game, and again, it's been the same story all year long that it was tonight. The Bears offense continued to find new ways to squander any and all opportunities to swing momentum in this game. What I found to be so incredibly interesting in this game was the fact that every time it seemed like Caleb Williams was sort of getting into any sort of rhythm, the Bears offensive line would do something such as blow up the pass protection, blow up the protection in the run game, just completely allow Caleb Williams to get obliterated and to have to end up taking a massive sack. So after the game, it was interesting because Caleb was pretty much like, "Hey, I kind of own up to everything that happened. I own up to the fact that there were some sacks that I took. There were some sacks I didn't need to take, some things that we would obviously like to have back. We just didn't play well enough. It is what it is, and we just have to find a way to be better." Now, overall, you sort of look at this game, and let's be real. I mean, this was one of those games where there was absolutely zero positives that kind of came out of it. And for this Bears team moving forward, there are obviously going to be a lot of different questions about what exactly the state of the Bears is going to look like, which is one game remaining. A lot of people, based on the way that the season's gone, are already looking at week 18 and saying, "Hey, we're going to count out the Bears against the Packers at Lambeau Field." Now, that's a topic that needs to be discussed at a later date, but the reality of this whole thing is the simple fact that the Bears are 4-12. Ryan Poles has been a general manager that has now been in the middle of 2 streaks where the Bears have lost 10 straight games. So it seems like, you know, there's wholesale changes that are on the way for the Bears in terms of the head coach that's going to be hired. Is Ryan Poles going to be here? Well, that's to be determined as well. So the Bears are basically in a position to where it's a locker room that's broken, a quarterback that clearly is not developing at the rate that a lot of people hoped he would. Offseason expectations have basically taken a full 180 at this point, and really everything for this franchise points to there needs to be a massively hard reset coming in the next few weeks here. That's all for me. Make sure you like and follow for more.